Good morning, my friends. I am talking abnormally soft this morning because I'm trying not to wake up my daughter. It is Saturday morning. But I am here today to show you about the editing tools in Moodle. And I am on Jane Kleinman's Health Science page. To see the editing tools to make changes on your Moodle page, in the upper right hand corner there's a button that tells you to turn editing on. So I'm going to click on that. And then you're going to notice that everything on the page changes because now there are editing tools for every block on the left hand side and the right hand side. And then there are editing tools as well next to every posted activity. So these are the posted activities in what we call the topic blocks. So the center section is the topic blocks. All right, well, let's take a quick peek. So if you look over here, so now I'm on this particular block, and there are a number of different ways that you can use the left and right hand column. There are 4 little editing tools. The first one's called the configure button. That is what you would click on if you want to change the contents of what is in that block. So I'm going to click on it real quick. If I do that, what happens is that I will get an editing window with formatting tools above the editing window, an opportunity to put a title if I want it, and that is where I just go make changes. So like if I wanted to take this and make it slightly smaller, I could do that. I don't really want to do that, but in fact I'm going to click the cancel button because Jane probably doesn't want me to edit her page. So that's the configure option. The next one is a little X, and you'd use that to delete that block, remove it altogether from the page. And then there's the eyeball. You click on the eyeball because if you do that, you're going to hide that block. So if I click on that, you'll notice that a slash will go through the eyeball and it will kind of disappear. You see the outline of it. That is how you hide that content from students. But if you don't want to delete it permanently because you might use that content again, then you can always click on the eyeball again and that content comes back. So the hide really means hide from students. And then the last one has to do with if you want to assign a portion of it to a certain group of students. And we're going to really ignore that now. That's sort of an advanced feature of Moodle. All right, kind of the same thing if you look at the activities down the center. So I'm going to go down to her first unit. And what's unfortunate about this is if I hover over them, it gets like really dark gray. So I'm just going to quickly touch them and then I'm going to pull away. All right, so the first one, if I click on that, is a pencil, and that allows you to change the name of the resource. So that's number 1. The next thing indents the resource. So if you wanted to have take all of these assignments and indent them to make them a subproduct of the forum above it, you could do that. This one's really important right here. It looks like a crossbar. If you click and drag on this, so you see this one's called Do Real Age Assessment, I could click and drag and move this down to the bottom. So that's really important because you have a drag and drop option to move things around on your page. So that's a move. Again, configure if you want to go in there and update that assignment. If you want to create a second assignment that's very similar in terms of your settings for the one that you're on, you can click on this duplicate option, which looks like 2 pieces of paper. And then that can be handy and make you more efficient if you are creating something that's similar to something that already exists. Delete was the X, hide, and then if you've set up groups in your class and you want to, for example, this is an assignment where students will submit things digitally. If you want to view those submissions by group, then you would click on this single person and make it a double person, which means that you want to view it by groups. If you do not have groups in your course, that's irrelevant. So just to note. All right, those are your basic editing tools in Moodle. That's what they all mean. Have a great Saturday.